right across the Riverland and Nally. This is 5RM Football live from Riverland Football League headquarters in Berri. Lockie Winnell, Nobby Norton this afternoon. Nobby, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Lockie. Good afternoon, listeners. Interesting game we've got in front of us here today, Lockie. You'd think not much in it between the 5th and the 6th side, and the 6th side yet to record a win for the season, but plenty in it.
Absolutely there is, and we always love coming back to what is known as Riverland Football League headquarters, and I often get asked, Nobby, why is it called that? Well, it's because the office of the Riverland Football League is here. That is a simple answer to what I think is a simple question. Look, Berri Demons, it's been a tough year. Look, they haven't recorded a win so far this year, but what must be very agonising for senior coaching staff as well as some of the players, they've been in a lot of games.
Yeah, they have, Lockie. And look, I can see out here, I'm out on the ground, of course, and conditions pretty good here, actually. It's a little bit soft underfoot, so screw in sprigs, or the long stops, as they say, if they're moulded. But no water anywhere, good grass cover. Look, I think it's going to be a day where you're going to want to get the ball out wide and try and move it. A little bit of wind. I think by the look of the sock, Lockie, it's almost a westerly, blowing straight across towards the club rooms.
Yeah, so towards the town end, maybe the scoring end. Yeah. We have seen a few games here where the ball has been on one side of the ground a lot, so we'll keep an eye out for that this afternoon. Loxton North, they are the visiting side. They currently sit 5th. Their finals chances are still alive.
Correct. As
we speak. A win today is a must to stay in the hunt.
Yeah, it certainly is. And look, they're fielding probably one of their strongest lineups for the season. Back into the side after a while off is Alec Kudra, who will be a welcome addition back into this lineup with the legs, the pace, the run, and the ball handling he brings to the team. Josh Nelson back in after a week off, and the bye as well, and also back into the side Ryan Proud, who had an enforced week off, and then the week off while the Zone Carnival was on. And also I did note that, which would be pretty interesting for Panther listeners, Scott Lewis actually got through the warm-up today, Lockie.
Yeah, unlike the last game we did at the Lakeside between the Panthers and Barmera Monash, where it was very much a laid out. Just saw the coin toss there. Good news for Demons fans. They have won the toss and they will be kicking to the town end.
So we say the 5RM end?
Yeah, it could be. The 5RM Sport Studio end, and Loxton North will be kicking to the river end. Umpires in the middle about to go. We aren't that far away from a start here today. Just quickly, some other games going on. We'll go through those in a sec, but a big shout out to the team at Hoops Auto. They have gone on board the Young Charger Award, and they are your local ARB stockist and installer. And great to see Hoops Auto on board for 5RM Football. Nobby?
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome aboard. Another sponsor, and interestingly enough, one of the veterans of the competition actually plies his trade at Hoops, does he not, Lockie?
Yeah, and that is the irony of sponsoring the Young Charger Award, is that he would not be eligible. But, of course, we are talking about Renmark Rovers legend Trevor Thorpe.
Yeah, and 5RM medalist, past 5RM medalist.
And just on the Young Charger Award, which is our best on ground front of 21s, it's a lot easier when you do some teams. And Berri and Loxton North, we've got an absolute smorgasbord of junior talent out there.
We certainly have, Lockie. Hey, look, one change from the Berri lineup. I can't see Hugo Krieger anywhere in the lineup. And the player I think that I don't have on my list that's come in, if I can go on his warm-up top, was number 22, which wasn't on our list, Lockie. So we'll have to do a bit of research before the ball's bounced, I guess, and find out who that player is, providing the warm-up top he had on is the correct number.
That can often be a trap for young players, that one, Nobby. But
even older players like me.
Absolutely. Teams now taking their spot. Just quickly, the other games going on today. We do have Loxton hosting Barmera Monash. Quite a few out for Barmera Monash. I got the mail this morning, so could be one for the Tigers there today. And
are they being managed, Lockie, or out injured?
No, I think it's a combination of a few things. So we'll keep an eye out for that one. Of course, we have scores coming through the afternoon as well, right here at 5RM Football for the Riverland Motor Group, your local Ford and Kia outlet in Loxton. And the Ranger and Everest in stock for immediate delivery. Ball in the setup. We are about to get underway. The 5RM Football. And just looking at the umpires, just checking the 6-6-6 rule to make sure players are in the right spot. And here we go, round 12, Riverland Football underway here at Berri. Rucks go at it. No one gets their hands on it. Ball still loose on the deck. No one wanted it. And we'll go again. And another ball up it will be. Less than 20 seconds into the first quarter. 5-room football for the Riverland Motor Group. Matthew Hampel, good tap, found a Carso, and now Berri, however, managed to do the intercept. They kick up to half forward. Will they get the first inside 50 of the day? They will. A small kick up forward. Is that a mark? No, not to be. I reckon Evan Penaluna is going to get a free... No, Angus Damon, rather. He's going to get a free kick. That's go. That's a pretty handy start for the Berri Demons, and we could see Berri take the opening blow here at Riverland Football League headquarters this afternoon. Angus Damon kicking from all of 25 out. Good kick. Bit of breeze, but he's happy. And the Demons kick the first of the day. And look out. This could be a day for the Demon. Berri Demons, the first goal of the day. Riverland Football on 5RM. Good start. Good forward entry from the Berri Demons. They managed to pick up the crumbs off the deck in the middle. Up forward it went, and there was a goal very quickly.
Could be a bit of time to untie my knitting here with the cords, but we're all good. And it was a quick start for the Berri Demons, and you'd be thinking not the sort of thing that the Panthers would have been thinking was coming at them.
I wouldn't have thought so, especially that just a great, efficient piece of play, must be said.
Yeah, that's the quickest way home, is straight down the middle.
This is 5RM football, Saturday afternoons. Ruckman go at it. No one got their hands on it. Now Joel Worsfold for Loxton North goes inside 50. Good kick up forward.
Mark.
But a great defensive mark from the Demons.
That was Wes Frankel at half-back. Shoots the ball out wide to the clubroom side, and that will run out of bounds off hands. So for a boundary throw-in in front of the coach's box there in front of the league headquarters, formerly mentioned in the warm-up, Lockie.
Just over 2 minutes played. First quarter Riverland footy on 5RM for Riverland Motor Group. Ball in, we will have. Drop short of the rucks. Now Loxton North, a couple of good handballs, but it's gone to ground again. Umpire says, my ball will go again.
Yeah, an early goal like that to the Demons will certainly give them the confidence they were perhaps looking for in a game which, would you say, is possibly their best chance to get a win on the board this season?
You would think so, going on the ladder and also recent form. And we're not just saying that Berri have been in some games. They have been, in some games, less than a couple of kicks down at three-quarter time this year against some good quality sides.
Handball out of the pack, comes to Wooldridge, who looks up, looks at the goal square, and taking a nice one-handed mark there for Loxton North was a number...
That's Ryan Proud.
Ryan Proud, number 14. I didn't recognise him in the sleeves, but it is cold enough to have him on today.
Well, as you know, grand final is approaching in 5RM Sports. Long sleeve team of the year will be getting announced. So
well, there's a starter.
Ryan Proud's pushing for selection. Ball on the way. He's missed to the far side.
Pushed that to the right towards the scoreboard, and unfortunately missed it. But that was an unusual kick because it was it pushed into the breeze. Kick coming out from the restart to the back pocket for Berri. Mark taken by Berri defender there. He looks to come across the ground. Comes back to the fullback. They've gained 2 kicks and gained nothing. Back out it goes to where it just came from. 3 kicks and it's still only 10 metres out from goal.
Good control bit of play. That was Mitch Folds down in defence. Now it's Rosenzweig that has the footy. Just going to hold station for a second while he looks for an option. Little darting kick, but an intercept from Loxton North. That's Kudra. Runs over the 50, has a bounce and a quick handball. Ball goes forward into the pocket. Now Rosenzweig for Berri. Can he take this one? He's been holding the ball, has been the call.
Not hard to spot Kudra when he gets near the ball because he has that tendency to take about 3 really quick steps and then bounce. It's a part of the way he plays. It's how he gets his balance up and gets going. Who have we got out there, Lockie? It looks like Coney, is it? Or Hutchinson?
That is Jasper Hutchinson.
Hutchinson.
He's in the far forward pocket. Going to be kicking directly into the breeze, you'd say.
Which is not a bad thing to be doing when you're having a shot for goal. Straight into it's better than across you.
Ball on the way, didn't make the distance. Loxton North trying to crumb. It's been rushed over for a behind.
Yeah, Wooldridge getting his hands to the ball in the pack, but unable to bring it down.
So Loxton North now, just the 2 behinds. They trail Berri.
Brow with the ball in the back pocket for Berri. Shoots it back across the goals. They're looking to come down the middle. This time to Regan Kruger, who looks out wide and finds Isaac Wilson, I reckon, out there on the wing. for Berri.
Number 24, you are correct. That's gone out of bounds. Oh, that's a sloppy bit of play.
Yeah, look, an unnecessary turnover. Not only a poor kick, but a poor kick that went out of bounds and gives Loxton North the free kick back in, which will be taken by Kudra right on centre wing on the headquarters side.
This is 5-hour football for the Riverland Motor Group. Ball into the attacking 50 for Loxton North. Free kick's been paid.
Yeah, that was Wooldridge being held in that pack. Comes out 40 metres out from goal, too far into this breeze. Looks up, goes short for Proud and finds him on the chest on a long lead. So he's probably going to kick this from about, not much closer, but directly in front. 40 metres out, directly in front. His second shot at goal, having already registered a point.
And Matthew Benson, his direct opponent today.
Yeah, he's probably in the wrong weight division, but definitely got him covered for speed, I'd say.
So Ryan Proud, last year's league leading goal kicker. It's a wobbly old kick, and it's been still in play. Players actually bumped into the behind post.
Which is just going to show us, Lockie, with that breeze, it's quite stiff. Loxton North players are unable to make the goals line from 40 metres out. Hit by Stevens, unfortunately straight to Rosenzweig, who relieves for Berri, but chopped out by Worsfold. Couldn't quite get a handle on it, and that will be a ball up 30 metres out from the Loxton North goals at the river end.
6.5 minutes played. First quarter Riverland football on 5RM. Kia Sorrento, refined, never tamed. Umpire's going to have another crack at that one.
He's going to re-throw it up.
Hampel taps inboard. Looked for Coney. He got it, but he was wrapped up quickly. Now Berri try and work that one through, and we'll go again.
That was Marr with the ball, but Jordan Marr couldn't break free from the pack.
Good tap from Berri. Marr tried to run onto it.
Yeah.
Now it's back over the painted 50. Justin Proud gets a wobbly old soccer that went about half a metre. Still inside the attacking 50, and we'll go again.
Yep, some quite good ball handling, but no player able to break free from the pack.
Hampel, good tap, finds a car, so he got a handball out, but it went straight to Rosenzweig for Berri. He kicks to the top of the 50. It's a loose footy. Run onto that. Alec Kudra from Loxton North says, I will. Then he was tackled. A good tackle from Shay Hawkins from Berri.
Got the ball clear.
Yeah, Loxton North now with
Scott,
the ball.
I reckon it was. It turned over at half-back and Berri taking the mark across the the rear of the centre square. Looking up, drives it long the full length of the square and finds Rory Moroney, who doesn't hang around, plays on, takes the ball forward for Berri, and a lovely mark taken by Patrick Minchella.
And Patrick Minchella will go back for Berri's second set shot of the day.
Already Loxton North being susceptible to the quick movement by the young Berri side.
Bit of enthusiasm early for the Demons. They sense the moment. Loxton North just the two behind so far. This is a big kick early.
Yeah, a good play too from Moroney. He centred the ball and Minchella knew exactly where to go. He put it into space and let his player run in and take the mark. Minchella from 30 metres out directly in front. He likes it, straight off the boot, and he likes it. It's a goal. Second goal to Berri.
They extend the lead. 2 straight 12, leading the Loxton North Panthers, just the two behinds. A 10-point advantage at the 8.5-minute mark of the first quarter here at Berri this afternoon. This is 5RM football for the Riverland Motor Group, and the Kia Carnival has arrived. Riverland Kia, East Terrace, Loxton.
It is interesting to note in a passage of football like that, Lockie, that Loxton North had a fair bit of the ball and trapped it in their forward lines for an extended period of play, 3 or 4 minutes, and straight away it comes out, goes coast to coast. Play opened up that very end. Only 3 players ahead of centre, and they were the 2 of the Berri players were the 2 that got hold of the football, and there's the resultant score.
Yeah, a great bit of play from the Demons. And we've seen this before. It's been dubbed the Mosquito Fleet a few times. We'll chat on that in a sec. Ball up in the centre. Scott Lewis for Loxton North. He read it well. Kicks up to the half-forward line. No one home to mark it. Tapped over the top like a volleyball. And now Berri on half-back. Can they mop this up? Kind of. You'd say that's a just, and we'll go and have a ball.
Yeah,
up.
look, it's going to be difficult to score at that end of the ground, I think, into the breeze. It's even difficult to move it with any precision. I mean, Lewis had a bit of time, but the ball held up in the breeze and gave the defenders a chance to get there.
Tap over the back towards the boundary, and that spilled over, and we'll have a ball in this time.
Yeah, and that is the defensive side of the ground too. I think if you're going to score at the Berri Oval going into the breeze, you're going to need to bring it to the grandstand side.
So, ball in. Wind drifting it a bit. Lewis got the tap. Wasn't the ruckman.
Again. Yeah, Rosenzweig again with a handball around the pack. Has had an influence for the Demons early.
And we'll have another ball up. Still on the far forward flank for Loxton North. Ruckman battled at it and missed it completely. Now Berri through traffic. That'll be high. Handful unlucky.
It was unlucky, but it was there.
Yeah, Mitch Folds.
Mitch Folds, he's had a couple of good touches across half-back, looks up, drives it forward, but only as far as Kudrow, I reckon, first to it.
Eckerman
it was, yeah.
And Eckerman went to ground, and we'll have a ball up.
It's where he does some of his best work, Eckerman, on the ground, Lockie.
Yeah, we'll be hoping for a bit of rain maybe today. Yes. Another ruck battle that was a 0-0 draw, and we're getting a few of those. Now it's Eckerman, the mud crab. Handball's
that
back in
play
board.
On. That ball was touched off the boot, so it was play on.
Now it's on half-back for Loxton North. Trying to centre in the footy, you'd say a dangerous kick, but Zach Kelly read it well. He kicks to the centre square, and Berri through Minchella, got his hands on it. Still a live ball.
Yep, the chicken wing type tackle only left him the ball under one arm, and it's impossible to dispose of it unless you get onto the boot. Nelson across to Kelly again. He's come on in leaps and bounds, the young fella. Nice mark at half forward.
Yeah, that was Wooldridge.
Yeah, Jonah Wooldridge went to play on, but unfortunately was pressured before he could get a clean kick away. But the right idea from the young fella, looking to move that ball on as quickly as possible.
Tell you what, Zach Kelly could be an early nomination for the Hoops Auto Young Charger today.
Yeah, looks good across half-back, doesn't he?
Absolutely. As you said, playing a key role at such a young age. Rosenzweig out of the ball up, gets the crumbs. Kicked up,
through.
Intercept from Loxton North. And here is Kelly again. He got that one over the line, and we'll have a ball in.
Yeah. An old head on those young shoulders, because clever play by Kelly there. Had no option, so he allowed the Berri player to take him over the line for a throw-in.
So a ball in right in front of us here in the historic grandstand at Berri.
Lewis takes the ball off the ruck, shoots the handball out towards Coney, who can't break free, but gets the handball to Worsfold, tries to drive it forward. Ball smothered.
Going up towards half forward. Justin Proud picked it up.
Ball held to him. That'll be another ball up.
No prior opportunity.
Yeah. Good bit of play there from Angus Shapley there. Lockie, you hit the ball hard and tried to take it forward for the Panthers.
Ball up it is. Socket off the ground. A little bit of Euro spec. Jonah Wooldridge just managed to hold that one over with it. Rory Moroney over the boundary line.
Yeah, he's a live wire, isn't he, Moroney? Playing a bit further up the ground than we normally see him play. In the past, he's sort of been high half forward. Here he is right up on ball.
Another one who could be in our long sleeve team of the year too.
Yep. Definite entry.
We'll have another ball in.
I think the boundary up might want to come in 4 or 5. It's a long way to throw that one in there, even with the breeze.
Bit of breeze today too. Got 13 minutes played. First quarter of Riverland from 5RM.
In ruck. Looks like
Stevens.
Yeah, nice hit out towards Coney, who gets it on the boot as quick as he can to Wooldridge, who palms that down to Shapley perfectly, and he unfortunately loses the handball out to Worsfold, who looks up, puts the ball in the clear for Jackson Lloyd to run onto it. He looks up, centres it towards Proud, but overshoots Proud, and that will run into the forward pocket. Berri grabbing the ball, keeping it in play.
Yeah, a bit of a dangerous kick. Couple of Panthers here. Ryan Proud picks it up off the deck, but he handballs.
He's moving well today, Proud, isn't he?
And now Berri try to work this one up towards the far boundary.
Boomer chuts it off at centre wing, farms the handball back to Lloyd, looks up, finds a player at half forward. I reckon Hutchinson at half forward.
That's Lloyd now.
It's Kelly.
Before,
yeah, picking up a heap of touches. Kelly, isn't he?
Kick inboard.
Chest mark put down there.
For Zach Nitschke. Dropped. And we'll go again. Berri.
Comes out to the wing. An easy mark for Berri. They look to move this with some runners running past, but handball unfortunately fumbled.
It is Labastia. That one, the number 18 for Berri.
A throw. It's an incorrect disposal. That's young Kelly again with another kick. Gee whiz, he's picking up plenty of possessions across half-back for Loxton North, as is Rosenzweig for Berri, who's in that back play.
Definitely a early contender for the Hoops Auto Young Charger Award. Your local ARB stockist and installer. Some
interesting matchups here, Lockie. I see Moroney actually moving behind the ball, loose. Coming into the pack now, but couldn't get a look at the footy. Proud with a hand on the ball. Kudra tries to go through but couldn't get hold of it. And out comes Ma. Looks up, drives the ball long to half forward. But that will go out without being touched, I think, and a free kick to Loxton North at half back.
You heard it in the effects, Mike, just saying leave it, leave it. It's certainly something you didn't hear a few years ago before the last touch rule.
No.
So kick up.
Nice mark taken there by Loxton North at half forward. That'd be Justin Proud, I reckon. Looks up, scrubbers it into the middle, but did centre it. Handball out to Nelson. Back to
that's Lewis.
Lewis looking for Proud. Proud taking the ground, and that'll be holding the ball. He had plenty of opportunity to get rid of it and didn't have anyone to give it to, so held on to it a bit longer than he should have and has been pinged for holding the ball.
Berri player just trying to, and they're going to give this a 25-metre penalty here? No, they're not. Okay.
It was caught between his legs, unfortunately.
So that's a kick along the deck. Loxton North with the intercept now.
Nelson with the handball.
Over the painted 50. Hutchinson tries to push it forward. Berri trying to scrum this one out of there, and they've gone to ground and we'll get a ball up. 40 out from Loxton North's goal.
Berri 2 goals, 12, leading Loxton North 2 points. A 10-point lead to the visitors, but I think that Breeze has probably got more than 2 goals in it for me.
The Value Care scoreboard. Attendants will be watching that one with interest
Lewis,
today.
Quick handball to Wooldridge, who looks up, and Wooldridge is found at the end of the kick, looks up, gets it straight over to Acaso, who couldn't bring that ball in, but was quick to recover and sent it towards Proud. Laid into the pack.
Justin running against the fly to the ball. And now he's got the hands again. Out to Coney. Coney, quick snap. Hasn't made the distance.
Pulled up. Yeah, There's Ma, tries to get it clear of half back. Carso, Wooldridge, back to
it was Nitschke.
Look at the work on that one. The Breeze bringing that back from almost looking like it's going out on the full to just missing the uprights. For the goals, and that will be another point for Loxton North, taking to 3 points, trailing Berri 2 straight goals.
That was like the 14th at Augusta National, trying to get around the 100-metre pine trees.
He had a bit of work on it, didn't he? He was working it to the left.
Not that I've played at Augusta National, but I've watched it. I know what the waiting list is to play at Augusta National.
Lockie, interesting you asked that question. I was looking at an interview the other day from Nick Faldo, 2 times winner of the Masters.
Yeah.
Still cannot play there unless he plays with a member.
Righto, okay. So we have got no hope.
No hope.
Berri with the kick out. They've got it up to centre wing. There's Hawkins. Good kick up to half forward. Lebastia went to play on, but then decided against it. Good closing speed from Kudra, just to put a bit of pressure on there. Has the kick into the 50. Spills over the back. Berri are going to get a free kick here.
Look, that was pretty obvious even from here, and that looks like Moroney, is it? Yep, he's gone forward. He was in the driver's seat. Berri looked very dangerous when that ball comes in like that, Lockie, long and to an open forward line because they got the pace around the footy.
Yeah, I'd almost go as far as say they've probably got the best fleet of crumbing forwards in the league. Yeah,
they're not looking for a key player to take a mark. They're looking for the ball just to go into the area and be available. And on a day like today, that's perfect for this small brigade of fast players.
So having his kicking from 25 out, 45-degree angle.
He doesn't like it. I'm looking at the player. It's a point, which takes Berri to 2 goals, 1-13, leading Loxton North 3 points only, a 10-point lead to the Berri Demons. Ball comes back into play to Nelson. Short kick to Nelson, who farms it back. Ball comes out to Wooldridge at half back, but I thought he had a bit more time. He might have thought he had a bit more time than he actually had. He sort of took that pretty casually.
Jonah Wooldridge there had his debut game only 2 games ago. It's been only his 3rd A-grade game in his career. Maybe another one for the young charger this afternoon. Yeah. Got a lot to think about with that award today.
Absolutely. Ball comes in, hands on it, out to Eckerman, who unfortunately turned that one over, but lovely mark in the back lines there by the captain, Vumard. Going to be hard to take a strong mark today. It might just be a good strong mark that ends up with mark of the day. Ball comes out to Scott at half-back for Loxton North, who looks up, shoots it across towards Eckerman, who has space and takes the mark.
Yeah, goal of the day for Berri Betters. A couple of set shots so far.
Picasso takes the mark on the wing. Loxton keeping possession of the ball here, but still have only made it to centre wing. Here's the problem, getting into the forward lines with some efficiency. Shoots the ball up high. Lewis under it. but outmarked this time by the taller. Oh, off hands.
Play on was the call. He's going to get the free kick anyway.
Yeah, that was Evan Penaluma who claimed the mark but didn't take it. Ball straight back into the Berri forward lines at pace. This time it is Angus Damon who outruns Sherpick to get the ball in, and once again Moroney.
Regan Kruger
is it this time.
Number 5.
Yeah, plays
no
on,
time.
hooks around the body, and that's all clear. That's the third goal for Berri. Takes them to 3-1-19, leading Loxton North 3 points only. So you'd be thinking, I'm thinking that's a 5-goal breeze, but I don't think you'd want to get 5 goals behind in a game like this.
No, it could be a low-scoring game. 3-1-19 on the Value Care scoreboard. That's the Berri Demons. They lead Loxton North just 3 behind. Game of the day, footy on 5RM for the Riverland Motor Group. The Kia Sportage, now in hybrid. Check it out, Riverland Kia, East Terrace, Loxton.
North looking to push an extra player back. I noticed Kudra's changed wings. He's come over onto this side, Lockie, and with all the play on this side, why wouldn't you bring him across to where it's at? I reckon last time we saw him up here last year in the corresponding game, he played on this wing for the whole game.
Probably would have the motor to do so.
Yeah.
First game back after round 3.
Yeah, that was his direct opponent, Dion Brower, who pushed that ball forward. His direct opponent now pushed that ball forward, and look, he's getting a bit of drive for the Demons off this wing, so now he has Kudra to come into company with.
Ball in the centre. Bit of a lockout in the ruck. Loxton North fighting over it. Now it's Worsfold out to Kudra, back turn, gets it to Eckerman.
Looks
Eckerman
up.
Brings it wide. Shapley was the target, paddled forward to Akaso. Akaso goes back inboard, kicks up to the paint at 50. No one able to mark it. Penaluna paddled it backwards, and great read there from
Rosenzweig off half back, gets the ball across to Josh Wilson, who thumps it into the middle to Patrick Minchella. Once again, drives it clear into the forward lines. And the 2-11s both chasing after it, but it runs out of bounds.
Angus Damon, that is, for Berri.
And just Judge Sherpick for Loxton North. Judd playing slightly shorter opponent this week and a bit quicker. He's going to have his work cut out for him.
That is the thing. We mentioned Berri's fleet of small forwards. There is no key target.
No.
It's just, as you said, bomb it in loose. That is their best chance of scoring.
Yeah,
and it's worked so far.
A chaos ball, yep.
Ball in. Umpire says we'll go again. 22.5 minutes played. First quarter Riverland footy on 5RM. We will go around the grounds a little bit later this afternoon and get some updates from our other Riverland Football League round 12 matches.
Sherpick in the ruck here in defence. Gets hand on it, but can't bring it clear of the pack.
Didn't go
high
too
tackle
far.
Here.
That was Langford that was tackled high.
Number 12 for Berri, Adam Langford, who will have a deliberate shot at goal from 35 metres out. Who kicked this, and tell you what, another goal here for Berri, and there's the siren. So
we'll stay with this. He's going to be kicking somewhat into the breeze.
Yeah, so a 16-point lead. What will it become?
22, if it makes it.
No, offline and held out. No score. Hang on, 1 point.
Says,
no score.
They're doing a score review here, it appears.
Yeah. And it's all clear, 1 point.
One behind.
Which takes the score to 3 goals to Berri, 20 points, leading Loxton North 3 points only by 17 points at quarter time.
This is 5RM football for the
2024 Riverland Football League Premiership season. Live and local on footy's home ground. 5RM. The award-winning sport.
Not sure what's happening there, but we'll go straight back to Lachlan Winnell because it is a big game there at league headquarters.
It certainly is, Trev. It is currently Berri Demons 3-2-20 leading Loxton North, just the 3 behind. Quarter time it is. Players taking their spot. I'll be just listening to the second bit of that Berri huddle, and there's a bit of feeling there. Tell you what, there's a bit of confidence.
Well, there would be 3 goals up in a team that has yet to record a W, and they'd be thinking, well, today is not only our day, we're going to make it our day.
Absolutely. I heard the words, they're shaky, boys. Keep running.
They're shaky. Loxton North are shaky.
Yeah, well, that was the word out of the Berri huddle. And you know what? I don't think you can probably say that's a lie at this stage.
Okay, well, I'll be thinking that, that's the problem in a game like this. The risk is all with the favourite, isn't it? And the side that hasn't won a game for the whole year comes in with very low expectations. So I guess for Loxton North, like you said earlier, they're playing for their chance to stay alive for the finals. I would, if I was in those shoes, I'd be sort of wouldn't be saying anything like that until I saw what the score line was like at half time.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that one. That is for sure. The breeze, though, it is picking up a little bit, and quite a few divots out there too, just quietly, Nobby.
Yeah, well, hopefully the Panthers can at least find the big white ones. And here we go, straight out of the middle. Worsfold gets it on his boot to Wooldridge, looks up. Hutchinson looks up, finds a Sud, and he drives it high into the forward lines, which is not the way that Berri did it. They drove it in as a chaos ball, and back out it comes. Across to half-back, Petch tries to get a handle on it. Matthew Hample got hold of the ball on his left foot, drove it in, and it will be a ball up. You know, the interesting thing here, Lockie, will be whether Berri, now with the 6-6-6, once the ball's in play, will they push players behind the football? I think they already have.
Just get the lead and park the bus.
Yep. Here's a free kick to Wooldridge, Zach Wooldridge, for hanging on in the pack. He didn't have the ball and he was claimed by his demon opponent. He will take this kick from about 45 metres out with the breeze right behind him. I'm thinking distance not the problem. He needs to start this on about I guess the best place to start, it's right in the middle.
That'd be one to watch. Ball's on the way. He's given it a good kick, but it's gone wide.
Started it out to the left and it stayed out there. For another behind. First score for the quarter. Takes Loxton North to 4 points, trailing Berri 3-2-20. Need the next goal, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it certainly would. You wouldn't want to let Berri get too many in front.
Out to the defensive side of the ground goes Rosenzweig on the kick in. Out towards the club rooms. Kudra out there trying to get a handle on it. Gets clear of the ball, but couldn't get clear enough to give it a legal disposal and has been pinged for holding the ball.
Berri now. Good kick up the line. That's Labastia.
Yeah, he's a lively player, isn't he?
Kick over the top. Good little pass there. That's Langford with the footy. He gets the ball on quickly now into the attacking 50, but a good defensive mark there from Cody Vomart for Loxton North.
Yep, and if Loxton North are supposedly shaky, here's the bloke that's got to make sure they don't get shaky, the skipper.
Kick up the line, went over the top. Akaso tried to crumb it. Gets a second bite at it, gives it a 9-iron kick. And that's going to spill over the boundary line. Probably the best outcome there.
For what I'm looking at here, Lockie, what I can see where the Panthers are a bit deficient is they don't have a key target going forward or even coming out of the back lines. I mean, Masud Karso was the outlet there, and I mean, he's not a player you want to be going to in the air. He's one of your better ball winners on ground.
Yeah, he's the one to read it off the hands and pick up the crumbs.
So I'm thinking they need more out of Scott Lewis and a couple of the and perhaps the ruckman to provide those outlets for the defenders.
Loxton North trying to play
from
on.
The pack. Yeah, plays the advantage, bursts clear from the pack. That ball's holding up. That breeze is fluky, Lockie, out there. That ball held up.
A bit erratic.
Yeah.
Gusty, the Bureau would say.
Here he is again.
Akaso picked it up on the painted 50. Quick kick on goal, but it hasn't made the distance.
Yeah, that's what I'm sort of saying. The breeze has virtually going straight across now. Look at the sock on the scoreboard, and it's changed. Maybe Berri will get it 2 quarters in a row.
If the footy was a drag car, they've put the chutes out because that's what it was like. It just stopped.
So those 3 first quarter goals could be pivotal in the contest.
Just seeing the windsock at the moment.
It's going straight across. If you put the sticks on each side of the ground, it'd be more with the breeze. In comes, that was Kudra looking for Zachary Nitschke, who couldn't bring that ball in, and that will be a boundary throw in the forward pocket right in front of the club rooms.
All in. Still a bit of breeze.
Gee whiz, it's at our back. I'm so glad we're sitting where we are, Lockie.
Just keeping an eye on those trees, just quietly.
Last time we were here, one fell down, didn't it?
Last year it did, yeah.
It hit the former coach's car, if I remember rightly.
Yes.
How you going, Terry Leftheriadis? Did you get that car fixed?
No, he did actually. He did tell me about that one.
The only good thing about that was there was no one near it or under it when it came down, only a car. Cars can be fixed.
Too true, Nobby. Wiser words. I don't think I've heard anyone say anything wiser on 5RM footy. Rosenzweig now, still in the defensive 50 for Berri. Has another bite at it. Loose footy. Soccer off the ground towards Loxton North's goal, but Evan Penaluna.
He's the extra back there. They have got extra personnel back there at the moment. That ball coming clear from Matthew Benson, I think, out in the left foot.
He finds Mitch Folds on half back, and now Berry Demons, they're away.
Andre Honyardi shoots out the handball, and the running fleet take over. But this time, out of bounds again.
Would have been great if you were playing rugby union there. Just get it over the boundary line and get the line out.
Eckerman brings it in.
Anymore.
North look to bring this ball across field, and they'll have to if they want to score. Scott with the ball at half-back, but no options at this stage. Has to go back on the defensive side of the ground, down the wing. Can't find anyone, but well positioned.
There's Kelly.
Handball sets up Eckerman a little bit there, but he had nowhere to go. The handball coming across the ground. This time to Vumard, who looks up and finds Petch in the middle. Can't bring the mark in, and all of a sudden he's outnumbered 2-1. Berry take the ball. Gee whiz, I would have thought you could have paid the advantage there.
No, I think you'd have to go back to the right person.
Instead of inserting yourself.
No, I think that had to. That's the rule book, unfortunately.
Yeah. And there's the kick straight over, and who should find it again but Rory Moroney. He's a very dangerous forward for Berry. This time he'll get a shot at goal from 30 metres out. Now, we saw a couple of shots from Loxton North in the first quarter from about here, and the ball struggled to even get to the goal line. Standing
Joel Worsfold, which is an interesting matchup. I would have thought he'd be resting.
That's the bit I was trying to pick up in the first quarter, Lockie, is he's coming right up ground, playing in the middle, and then losing him and running forward like he has here.
So for Berry's fourth goal of the day, kicking to the river end, it's a wobbly old kick, and it's found Minchella on the goal line, and he's going to have a kick from point-blank range.
I'm going to give you an old pearl of wisdom here, Lockie. When you're kicking into the breeze, make sure there's always someone at the front of the pack in case it falls short. And lo and behold, who's at the front of the pack? Patrick Minchella lines up for his second goal today, and Berry's fourth. They go on to 4-2-26, leading Loxton North 4 points only. And that goal into the breeze is something that North took all quarter to do and couldn't do.
6.5 minutes played, first quarter. Patrick's been reading the textbook of windy footy.
Yeah, and the other thing
is... Authored by T. Norton, first edition, 1961.
No, it was probably 70s, Lockie. But, it's probably come straight from the Dennis Becker handbook, my junior Colts coach. He always kept to the basics, and he was so right so many times. And same as when you're going with the breeze, you're always looking to have someone over the back because the ball will carry the pack. Come on, guys. I suppose a lot of them these days, you don't play footy in conditions like this too often.
No, everyone talks about Windy Hill at Loxton North, but I would argue every ground's just as windy on a windy day.
Too true. So if Loxton North was shaky at quarter time, what are they like now?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's quite panic stations just yet. I'm just wondering, what is the umpire had to get the ball from the... didn't end up in the River Murray, which was a good thing. But
if it's not panic stations yet, Lockie, when will it be? Because I think it is.
4-2-26, leading Loxton North 4 behinds.
I think more importantly, it's the way Berri have kicked their goals. And it's the Mosquito fleet. Patrick, when I say Mosquito fleet, I mean that with all due respect to them. The shorter players that are quick on across the ground. And you look at them, Minchella, Moroney, Kruger all doing damage, as is Brad Rosenzweig.
So ball up back in the centre, and Berri are on it again. Look out, here's Moroney. Over the painted 50, looks to centre the footy, intercept somewhat from Petch, but Woolston for Berry's going to have another crack at it. And now it's Brewer, spots up, lovely kick, finds the target, and Berri are going to go back for another kick on goal.
Now, he cannot make the distance from here, Lockie, okay? So as a defensive unit, you've got to be looking, what is he going to do with it?
Minchella that's got the mark.
What's he going to do with the ball?
Just saying, the Loxton North have got the zone defence going on here. They're a bit awakened to what might happen.
I'd be looking behind Minchella for someone to run forward and make themselves available. No, he fancies himself here, Patrick, for a shot at goal. Right-hand post he'll need to work that ball back around the corner at the 14th, and he has. Look how short that's fallen.
They needed someone front and centre, and they nearly did.
At least this time the Panthers had a player forward in front of the pack. Fortunately, it fell even short of him, and he couldn't even mark it because it fell much shorter than he did.
It was Isaac Woolston that was there. Loxton North just bomb it out, but it's found Berri on there attacking 50. Quick kick up, finds Woolston.
Gee whiz, the other thing that's obvious here watching the game, Lockie, is that Loxton North is sitting back watching. They're waiting. No one's out there making it happen for them. No one's grabbed the ball, grabbed the game and taken it by the scruff of the neck and said, come on, boys, follow me.
Woolston now has his kick.
That won't make it either.
It was Josh Woolston, that one.
Now, this is where North have got to bring the ball out and use it and hurt them on the rebound.
Lloyd to Scott. Kick up the wing, but intercept from Berri. They're hungry for it, the Demons.
Yeah, they are.
And here's Holtham. Wobbly old handball over the top, spills over the line. Great stuff from Wes Frank there, and we'll get the ball in.
You can see the determination in the Demon lineup. They can smell their first win for the season.
Well, here's one for you to ponder, Nobby.
Yep.
When Loxton North went a few games without winning one for a few years there,
yes,
the breakthrough win was against the Berri Demons.
Oh, you're thinking that could be some symmetry about this.
Yeah, just wondering. That was on Loxton North's home deck.
Okay, so there's a lot of symmetry about this.
Yes, and it was towards the latter part of the season.
Worsfold looking to get that ball clear to a player going past, but couldn't find anyone, and it'll be a ball up again. Jackson Lloyd tried to get in amongst it, just couldn't quite get it. He looks like he's manned up on Moroney at the moment, around the ball. Out to Justin Proud for Loxton North. That ball sort of handled over to, but Woolston having a big impact in this quarter. Lockie comes back behind the footy. See again there. See the Loxton,
Moroney
see the
kicks
Loxton
into the
North
50.
player wait for Moroney rather than hit the ball himself.
And now the Demons are off. Out to Isaac Woolston. Inboard again. Now a wild handball. Can Berri make something out of this? Callan Lloyd in there. Now over the back, looking for Angus Damon. Berri have got all the time in the world. Stop the clock.
Yeah.
Over the top of the pack. Berri reading it well. Tackle. Is this going to be high? No.
It was a good tackle around the waist by Dylan Petch, who brought his Demon opponent to the ground.
Oh, no.
It was high. Gee whiz, I didn't...
No, he might have marked that, and we just haven't seen it. We've just been blindsided by that.
And that once again...
That did not look like a mark from here.
And that is Callan Lloyd. And once again, one of the mosquito fleet of the Berri lineup. I think the problem here for Loxton North is they're just watching what's going on out there. Hit the post. He's hit the post, and that's one behind. It takes Berri to 4 goals, 3-27, leading Loxton North 4 points only. A 4-goal lead almost.
Goals to Damon, 2 to Minchella, and 1 to Kruger. Loxton North yet to score a major.
See, there is a classic. See that ball shot forward to Eckerman, the Loxton North player waiting for the ball, and a Berri player slides through, intercepts it, shoots the ball forward, and once again finds a small forward all on his own.
That's Minchella that's going to go back for another shot on goal. He's already kicked 2 today.
He's having some sort of game up forward, isn't he?
Maybe he could be eligible for the Hoops Auto Young Charger Award this afternoon.
I'm just looking through just in racebook order, as it were. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Rosenzweig, Minchella, Moroney, Kruger and Woolston and Lloyd all having an impact on this game. All in the smaller Guernseys.
Good ball on the way. Has it made the distance? Not quite.
Nice
Punched over.
ball by Vumard there.
We'll get a ball in, though, around from Berri's goal. They'll be happy with that. 4-3-27. They lead the visiting Panthers, just the 4 behinds.
A scenario for you, Lockie. What happens if you go in at half time and you're yet to kick a goal and the opposition are 5 up? What happens?
Well, I don't know. You probably tell your players to kick a goal.
I'm thinking...
What you're talking about what moves you do on the field.
I'm thinking there could be a fair bit of revving them up.
Ball,
it's about attitude here.
Ball in it is. Still in Berri's attacking 50, and we'll have a ball up.
It's one side wants the footy, wants to kick goals. The other side sort of saying, well, they're not that good, are they? But they are.
Berri now, they read the crumbs well. Handball back in board. This is looking a bit dangerous for Loxton North. Well, they managed to get their hands on a couple. Coney, a wobbly old kick, but it's intercept from Josh Woolston from Berri. He turns, looking for a target. No one underneath it, but here's Moroney. Dives on it, holds it in, and we'll get a ball up in Berri's forward pocket.
Without being critical of an individual, that last kick from Coney, he kicked it 5-6 metres short. When you've got a breeze behind you, why aren't you just banging it out of there as far as you can? We saw what Berri did when they moved the ball quickly and long. Ball to Hampel. Hampel shoots the handball out. But once again, 3 or 4 Berri opponents rounding up their Loxton North player. It's almost like they're playing with 4 more.
Loxton North kicking with you'd say with the advantage this quarter.
Yep.
It's not quite a true advantage either end. It's
keep calling the footy, Lockie. I'm going to count them. Looks like they got 4 more out there than they should.
Berri now on their painted 50. Good tackle from Hutchinson, but it's play on. Handball into the 50 for Berri. Can they make something out of this?
No, it's 18 all out there.
A 9-iron kick towards the top of the goal square. Get underneath that. They can, and that was Cody Vumard for Loxton North. One of the stars this afternoon in what could be somewhat of a list that's not really seeing too many highlights at the moment, unfortunately.
Too much indecision from the Panthers. That ball was going towards 2 of them, and they both left it for each other, and it bounced in between them. They need to take charge if they're going to get back in this game.
Ball now on the far wing. They all dive on it, and we'll have a ball up. It's 5 football for the Riverland Motor Group and the Kia Sorrento, refined, never tamed.
And to be honest with you, Lockie, this game's being umpired pretty well. The umpire's not inserting themselves into it, just letting it flow on, and only calling the obvious. Ball comes off half back. This time Nelson tries to drive it forward, but the ball's smothered off his boot. And actually, I think he pulled up a bit lame there. He's heading for the interchange.
Speaking of umpiring, just quickly, big shout out to Todd Charlton. Game number 600 today, officiating the Loxton Barmera Monash match.
Would you say he's the Jimmy Anderson of umpiring?
Just keeps going, yeah, absolutely.
Of Riverland umpiring?
Frightening thing about Jimmy Anderson, he's retiring, but he was still pretty handy.
He took a couple of wickets in his last game and retired in the first game of the series at the home of cricket, though, I think, was what it was all about.
Pretty good to go out on his terms.
Yep. He's just shy of 40.
Yeah, he's cracked the 40.
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll pop up in 2020s, do the franchise cricket thing.
Oh, I think you get to that age, I think you just rack the queue and be happy with what you've done. Ball driven forward again, and who should be on the end of it?
It's Berri.
Regan Kruger this time. Looks up, goes short, and finds on a fast lead. And this will be this matchup I picked in the last quarter. This is pretty tough on Judge Sherbik. This is Angus Damon again, who's probably 6 inches shorter and 6 metres faster. And Judd's no slow coach. This bloke's just younger and quick, just smaller and quicker.
Ball's on the way. It's drifting, but it was a little bit wide.
Starts it out right, but couldn't bring it back to the centre of the fairway, Lockie. And it goes through for a behind, takes Berri to 4-5, 28. No, sorry, where are we? 4-4, 28 to Loxton North, 4 points. A 4-goal lead to the Berri Demons deep into the second quarter.
Yeah, 17.5 minutes played on the Value Care scoreboard. They value your care. It's the Berri Demons with a big advantage as we approach half-time.
Now, you've got to go straight in the middle, don't you? Just try and create.
Just send it.
Yeah, just try and create.
It was Kelly. Good kick. Oh! Nearly the mark of the day, but it spilled over the top.
That was Vumard, wasn't it, up there?
It was. Now Acaso tries to crumb it. Free kick to Loxton North.
To Acaso. He's been one of the Loxton North, one of the Panthers' best at this stage. His ground game, very solid. Getting a lot of kicks too. That's better. Just over the top it goes. Here we go. Gives
it a boot, puts it into space. Ryan Proud ran onto it. He tried to call, his hand was called, but umpire says my footy.
See how dangerous that looked over the top? Proud hitting the ball in a bit of space. I thought he might have been taken a little high, but play on. Fair enough.
Rosenzweig now read the crumbs, gets it on the boot quickly, and that's the difference. You see Rosenzweig in that play there, just got it on the boot as quick as he could to clear it out. And this is where Berri are dangerous right now.
Here we go, Callan Lloyd all on his own without an opponent. Handballs once, gets the ball back, looks up, goes short. Cut out this time by Michael Scott. There's an old head.
That's a hard moment.
Yep.
Running against the flight of the ball. Looks for Lewis in the middle. Still not far from Berri's goal, however.
I like the play, though. At least trying to move the ball quick and down the middle. That's a dangerous play versus back out in the defensive side.
Ball up on Berri's attacking 50.
I think, unfortunately, for Acaso, as solid as he is over the football, he goes to his knees a bit, which you can't run away from a pack when you're on your knees.
4-4-28.
But playing well, though, just the same.
Leads Loxton North just a 4 behinds. Umpires called a free to Berri. Oh, no.
Hample dragged to the ground by his ruck opponent, who's probably about half his size.
We are looking for the good call of the day at some point to do today as well, Nobby.
He's got to go down the middle, Hamps. Take it down the middle and take it as far as you can.
Oh, they all flew up. That was Penaluna. He wanted the mark of the day. But
out the back was Kudra going through. Here we go, a one-on-one to Proud. Couldn't quite get his hands to it. But the ball, looked how dangerous. Hutchinson onto it, back to Proud. At least they got space here.
Wheels back inboard. Yeah, but the Berri boys were a bit quicker, and they wrapped him up.
Yeah, didn't have the time he thought he had, and probably should have used the left foot. But after 300 games, it's not for me to tell Ryan Proud how to play.
It's a wobbly old kick across the 50, but not a bad mark there from Brewer.
Yeah, Loxton North quickly getting behind the ball. Kudra, one of those players working across. Berri being called to play on here.
Oh, does the old candy sell and gets around. Oh, good mark from Vumard.
To Lewis.
Inboard.
Lewis will go long. But straight to the Berri player who's playing in the extra player, which is Mitchell Folds, who's playing loose in defence in that hot spot.
Yeah, chopped out by Folds.
Wilson takes the ball up the middle and finds a teammate in the middle.
That's Langford. 21 minutes nearly gone.
Shoots the ball back out to the wing, gets Woolston again, who looks up. But his teammate can't bring it in. That's off hands across the boundary line for a boundary throw in right in front of RFL headquarters.
Yeah, pushing 21 minutes. Second quarter Riverland footy on 5am for the Riverland Motor Group. The all-new Kia Carnival has arrived. Riverland Kia, East Terrace, Loxton, Hample. Good tap over the back.
Yeah, lovely.
Micasso had a couple of bites at it, picked it up off the deck, shook one opponent, now bombs it into the 50.
That's a better
Ryan
kick
Proud,
forward.
the target. It spills over. Berri are going to read this one and pick up the crumbs again, though.
Proud in the back, but didn't
Good
get it.
tackle pressure from Berri.
Look, that was good work from Panthers too to hold it in, Lockie, because Berri had 3 extras back there.
So ball up, 15 out from Loxton North's goal. They're yet to score a major this game. Rosenzweig was wrapped up. Umpire says, my footy.
At this late stage of the second quarter, and with the 6x6x6 not in play once the ball's moved, why aren't more Berri players back behind the footy?
That is the question you would have to ask the coaching staff.
Maybe they don't think they have to. They think they got Loxton North shaky.
Well, maybe that call at quarter time was on it.
Here we go. Out comes the ball to Wooldridge onto his left foot, and he gets Loxton North's first goal, which is a much-needed first goal, taking them to 1 goal for 10 points, trailing Berri 4-4-28, only a 3-goal deficit, and you'd say siren goes now for half-time. They're not out of touch.
Stay within 3 goals. You might be in this one at three-quarter time, but half-time is yet to be upon us. 22 and a half minutes played. Second quarter, the first major for Loxton North. It took a whole quarter and 22 minutes. That first quarter went for a good part of 25, so you'd say the best part of an hour to score a game, to score a goal.
Yes, I guess the best part about that, Lockie, is at least they have got one. And if nothing else, that might calm the shakes.
It could. You never know. It's a bit like 8-ball, you know. You can get thumped as long as you've sunk one ball, you're okay.
That means you don't have to loosen your belt.
Yeah, too true.
Does that happen in footy?
Well, it might have happened at half-time. Who knows?
Is that what the coach perhaps would have done to them at half-time? Just made them all take their gear off?
I don't know, Nobby.
I've seen it before. I can tell you a story about that.
I know there's some coaches that say no long sleeve Guernseys.
I watched the great...
Can this story go on the radio or not? And I'll be asking yourself that question.
Of course it can.
Okay.
Zach Wooldridge looks up out of the middle, finds Josh Worsfold at half forward, who looks up and gets Coney, is it? No?
Yeah, Coney was the target, but Rosenzweig got a hand in there.
You'd say he's had the best of that duel so far.
And now Kelly for Loxton North paddles it over alongside Minchella.
I can remember seeing the Renmark Rovers here on this oval in the final one day, and they played absolutely hopeless. And their coach, the legendary Steve Simons, made them all take their Guernseys off and put them in a heap, made them sit there in the cold while he berated them, and then challenged any of them where they had the courage to play for the Guernsey before they went and picked it up.
Righto. Was this at half-time?
It was at quarter time.
Quarter time?
Yep.
Okay. Righto.
And it was, and plenty of people standing around too. It was quite embarrassing for those players, but it had the effect. I think they went on and won the game.
Okay. Well, if anyone knows any more on that story, feel free to get in touch. 5RM footy.
Dean Dunhill, ring in if you need. I think you might have been there.
Kick up to half forward for Berri. Sadly not there.
Vumar taking control of the footy across half back for Loxton North. Under the pump here, but playing with calmness.
There it is. Half time. It is a lead to the Berri Football Club. 4-4-28. They lead Loxton North 1-4-10 on the Value Care scoreboard. We will go back to the 5RM Connectus Sideline View studio, Trevor Scott, and find out what's happening around the place. Trev, you're back from Wonga.
5RM.
Let's go back to the team at Berri. There is a big rainbow that's above our building here. Lachlan Wennell, is it there too?
Trevor Scott, there is a rainbow here, and I can see the whole thing. If I only had my phone in my pocket, I'd get a photo and post it on social media. But here's a pot of gold. It looks like one end of it is over the Berri number 2 oval. The other end, you'd probably suggest around the Gurra Road region, Trev. So, oh no, you can read into that what you wish, I guess.
Yeah, it looks
at Berri
fabulous
this
on my view
afternoon.
anyway.
I'm just looking at my fellow comment. I'm just out on the oval at the moment, the hallowed turf of the Berri Oval. This is round 12 Riverland Football League action on 5RM. And Berri side going through their warm-ups, getting back into it. They currently lead 4-4-28 to the visiting Loxton North Panthers 1-4-10. And there's a bit of rain that is about to fall through. I'll just see if I can wave to my fellow commentator, Trev, and find out if he can put his headset on. I'm just doing the what do you call it? A signalman, isn't it, Trev, in the Navy when you do the flags and everything like that?
Give him a little signal. Hey, mate, just quickly while you are trying to get Nobby back online.
I'm on, Trev. I'm on.
Well, hang in there, Trev, because here we go. Half-time at Renmark. Hayden Brown's just sent it through to me. Renmark 3-1, Waikerie 3-0.
Woohoo! 1 point game.
Yeah,
1 point game up at Renmark.
This is the round of the year so far, isn't it? Well, it could be. Just seeing Loxton North now coming back onto the field. They've left their return to the ground very late, Nobby.
Well, that's because it's wet. Although I can see a rainbow, a double rainbow, actually, boys. There's a double rainbow here.
Did you see the umpire?
Quick update. There's been a score change. It's been updated to me. It's Renmark 4-2, Waikerie 4. So it's still 2
points the game. 2 points difference.
Yep.
Hey, double rainbow here, Trev. What's that mean? 2 pots of gold?
I can see that. That's fantastic, isn't it?
Hey,
Don't we live in a fantastic place?
Hey, I got some data brought to me at half-time, boys, by a well-known local press editor, sports editor. It tells me that the last time Berri won a game was July the 22nd, 2022 in A grade. So that's almost 2 years. Are they going to break the drought now, today?
Well, Trev, you go on the half-time score, and you'd almost suggest that could be on 4-4-28. They lead Loxton North 1-4-10. Loxton North now taking their spots. Umpires this half-time break's gone a bit longer than standard, Nobby, and I don't know. This could be subject to an inquiry.
Well, only who by, Lockie? Because I didn't mind it, actually. It was good standing up here.
A bit of drama, a bit of action. That's what we want here at 5RM Football, don't we?
Hey, having a quick look at both sides, and I think that pretty much lined up as they did in the first half. I was sort of thinking that maybe the Panthers might be tempted to throw someone like Cody Vumard forward to give them an avenue to goal. But I guess in this weather, a marking forward, high marking forward is probably not what you need. Up goes the ball here in the start of the second half.
You know what else is quite interesting here? So Loxton North coach Dave Higgins has actually been stuck
and a 25-metre
on the wrong side of the coach at the ground.
25-metre penalty here to Loxton North. They drive the ball forward. Acaso drives it forward, and a mongrel punt falls into the arms of his teammate, which I think is possibly Kelly. Is it? Move forward, Lockie. I'm waiting for him to turn around so I can see his number. No, it might be. Who is it there, mate? No, it's actually it's the second ruckman for Loxton North. It's Lachlan Stevens, and he's having a shot for goal, and he'd be 30 metres out directly in front. A real chance of perhaps making the distance, you think?
That's why it looks a bit wobbly, minus score.
Distance, not the problem, but a good start there for the Panthers, and that looks like the place you're going to have a shot for them, directly in front.
Well, it's always the easiest way, isn't it? You don't need to worry about the angles too much.
Man, what a rainbow, Lockie.
Well, it seems like everyone's a bit fixated by a rainbow. It's a bit like when a helicopter flies over. People get a bit excited by it sometimes. Yeah. I don't know. I've probably...
The mark taken by Zach Waldridge on the 50, forward 50 for Loxton North. And Loxton North come out with a far more vigour here and far more attack on the football, which was missing in that second quarter. Waldridge not sure what to do with it. Goes back, drives it long towards the goal square. Up goes Petch, couldn't bring that in, and out comes Rosenzweig with the football for Berri, drives it down the middle. Nice mark taken in the back play there by Loxton North skipper Cody Vumard, shoots it forward, gets Kudra, who plays on straight away. Down the middle he goes, long and direct to the goal square, looking for Proud. Couldn't find it. Rosenswag tries to go through the pack with it. Umpire says, I'll have it.
Now, looking at...
Hang on, there's a Berri player down here and in a bit of
Just
trouble.
have a bit of a look here, see who this might be. I reckon that might be Matthew Benson that's on the ground there.
It's either Benson or Marr. It's a 40.
No,
it's
it is Benson, yeah. He's up. He's okay.
Yep. Got one in the back by the looks, holding his hip.
So a ball up, 15 out from North's goal. Both teams tried to crumb it. Berri got the soccer out, but Kudra for Loxton North picked it up. He got it on the boot as quick as he could, and it's going to go out of bounds. Ryan Proud just keeps it in. Looks for Justin Proud. Justin, handball out to Hutchinson. Now it's Acaso that tries to have a crack at it.
Taken without the football, Acaso.
That's a free kick.
Tell you what, going through some of the better players, which I didn't do at half-time, Lockie, but I did them on my piece of paper, and Acaso is very high in the Loxton North contributors. And I'll tell you what, a goal here would be just the ticket for them.
They need the ticket. I'm just seeing Loxton North coach Dave Higgins now walking around the other side of the coach's box.
Yeah, he's still making it.
That's how late Loxton North came out after half time. Acaso
chips it up with a 9-iron, and it's going to hold up. And he gets it back. It came back to him.
That's not even a 15-metre kick.
No, he could have nearly marked that himself.
Oh, here we go. They're going to get a free. North's going to get the free here because Berri kicked that one out without the last disposal or last possession rule.
I thought nearly Acaso kicked it out without anyone touching it. Kudra drives it in long to the square. Still can't make the distance to the goal line. Whoa! Oh! Up goes Coney. Almost pulls in an absolute hanger, Lockie.
Nearly mark of the day. We haven't had too many contenders yet. Speaking of goal of the day for Berri Better, we're a bit light on for those today.
Yeah, we are. Hampel takes it out of the ruck. Couldn't get enough boot on it to strive it over the goal line. Out it comes to Berri. Berri plays chain of handballs. Release from the back pocket. Comes around and... Yeah, that's almost found. I think that was Shea Hawkins out there, Lockie, and his opponent turned around and pushed him front on without looking at the footy. Oh, Hawkins turns it over.
The text line's gone off wanting to see the rainbow, Nobby, so we'll get a photo of it and we'll post it up. All
Kudra
right.
takes the mark at half forward, shoots the handball out. Couldn't quite get hold of it, but keeps it going towards the goal line there. Acaso taken high there.
What are we going to see here? Free kick to Acaso. I tell you what, after half time, I'm not sure what was said, but he is fired up.
The attack on the football is far more determined by the Panthers. Almost Coney charming that one. Out comes Rosenswag with the loose ball from Berri defence. Tries to take a bounce. It didn't come back to him. Gets it clear to his teammate. This time Moroney, I reckon, playing in the back lines. Shoots it across to Woolston at half-back for Berri.
So what are we going to see here? We've got Woolston on the half-back. Looks for... nearly found Hampel, the tallest player on the field for the other team.
That free kick will go to Henry Labastida, who made sure the umpire never missed it. He shoots it out to half forward to a Demon player, running all on his own with plenty of time. Gets to the 50, looks up, centres the ball, but cut out by Eckerman, halfback from Loxton North. Shoots it up the middle to Kudra again. Starting to get his hands on a bit more of the ball and using it. Out to Hutchinson, halfback, still at the defensive side of centre square. Looks up, finds Akasu, who takes the chest mark and gets a little bit of... had to earn that one. Woolston arriving late. But he takes it, plays on, down the middle, shoots it down to half forward to a one-on-one contest. Wooldridge tries to get his hand on it. Through the pack comes Kudra, shoots the handball out.
That's to Stevens, finds Coney. Coney plays on quickly.
And gets Justin Proud 30 metres out. Look, Loxton North will come out with a far more purpose this quarter, Lockie. They just need to put this on the scoreboard. Their effort's been great into the breeze, but still not troubling the scorer. 1 goal, 5-11, trailing Berri 4-4-28 as Justin Proud comes in for a deliberate shot at goal, 35 metres out into the teeth of the breeze. Gives it a ride. They like it.
And the Panthers respond after half-time. Their second of the day.
Justin Proud's first to go with a goal from Zach Wooldridge for Loxton North. Goal kickers for Berri. Patrick Minchella 2. Singles to Regan Kruger and Angus Damon, who kicked the first goal of the match.
Yeah, brings the margin back down to 11 on the Value Care scoreboard. This is 5RM football from McDonald's Renmark, and make it McSmart with the new McSmart meal at Macca's.
Well, any shakiness that the Panthers may have had from quarter time onwards has disappeared. They are back hunting the football And now the challenge has been thrown down to the Demons. Okay, you had the better of the first half. How are you going to answer this challenge?
Justin Proud with that goal after half-time for Loxton North. Ball back in the centre we go. Tap from Hampel.
Through
Loxton
comes Worsfold.
North read that well. And Kudra through traffic. Gets a handball out to Worsfold. Worsfold kicks up over the paint at 50. It's gone wide of the pocket. Wooldridge, that's Zach. Brings it back in board. Looks to centre the footy. He's found Coney, and there's the mark of the day.
Yeah, and a good passage of football from Loxton North. More like the Loxton North side we've seen in the past. I'm just wondering, Lockie, whether maybe we should send someone down to check the change rooms here under us to see if there's any paint left on the walls.
Well, you were above them. Did you hear anything? Was there any vibrations, any noises?
No, nothing like that. But I tell you what, I reckon that ball went from Coney into Ryan Proud while we were worried about that. And Proud now taking a deliberate shot almost from the exact same spot that his cousin Justin kicked the last goal from.
Ball's on the way.
Didn't make the distance.
Ryan Proud's had a day to forget at Berri today, really, hasn't he?
He's pushed everything to the right. I reckon he might have to have a look at his grip at three-quarter time.
Berri now with the kick out, bring it to the back pocket through Folds. Folds brings it back inboard a bit to Labasta.
He's a handy player, and he handles the ball well.
Just looking for a target.
Comes out wide to this wing, looking for Marr, but intercepted by his teammate Hawkins, who looks up, looks short to Marr, but Hampel's in the way, but Marr doesn't lack courage, takes the mark and drives it forward quickly. Here we go, they got one over the back here, and you know who it is? Moroney.
And boots it into downtown Berri. Trevor Scott, that's nearly hit you in the 5RM studio, that ball went that far.
Gee, very good movement of the football there by the Berri Demons.
This is 5RM football for McDonald's Renmark. Berri respond on the rebound.
I'm sort of looking for who is Rory Moroney's direct opponent, because he gave whoever it was the slip, and he was 50 metres in the clear.
And the kick before that went to Damon, and Angus Damon had the presence of mind to get it on quickly. Knew he wasn't going to hit the target, but just got it out in front. Moroney ran onto it, and it was a great bit of play. Sherpig was right on Moroney, right on Damon as well, but
I reckon what happened there with Moroney, I reckon he started up in the middle with Worsfold and disappeared forward, which didn't make him necessarily Joel Worsfold's direct opponent when he kicked that goal, because he'd kind of left Worsfold, who was doing damage up the other end for the Panthers.
Standing Mason Eckerman at the moment.
He's just picked him up now that he's resting, now that he's playing forward permanently.
9.5 minutes played. Third quarter Riverland football on 5RM for McDonald's Renmark. Supporting local sport and make it McSmart with the new McSmart meal at Macca's.
Berri 5-4-34 leading Loxton North 2-5-17. A 3-goal margin.
That's Jonah Wooldridge that gets the kick away out of the centre. Looks to half forward. Justin Proud the target, but intercept from Berri. They boom it back the other way. And there's Matthew Hampel. Gets a handball out to Lewis. Puts it in front of Joel Worsfold in the cricket pitch. Loose footy it is, and Berri, they're on the attack again. Look at this. Folds through the middle, kicks into the 50. Looks for Kruger. It's out in front. Can Berri run onto this?
It's a goal.
Doesn't matter.
It's a goal. Now, there's the goal of the day, Lockie.
Mitch Folds, if you don't mind.
About a 70-metre goal, 3 bounces. Top spinner, kept going on its path. And so after Loxton North opened the quarter with a goal, 2 quick goals to the Berri Demons, and the Panthers may be getting the shakes back.
Yeah, the lead back out, the 23 points on the Value Care scoreboard.
Big play. That was a big play for the Berri Demons. The follow-up after getting that quick goal, and it's quick movement of the ball. And Folds here playing on centre wing on Jonah Wooldridge. So he's come up the ground, and look at the damage he's done already. Normally used to see him across half back, but a good move by the Berri Demons to play him further up the ground.
Got a bit of size about him too. Deceivingly.
Oh, Wooldridge taken high, and that's Zach Wooldridge taken high there in the middle by number 21 for Berri. He's not on my list, Lockie.
Yeah, that may have been the player that came into the side today.
And there's Rosenzweig halfback for Berri, and he's been a good performer from all day, although this time turning the ball over, Petch taking the mark for Loxton North, looking up, shooting the ball across the ground to Zach Wooldridge, who looks up, looking for Proud, who's 2-on-1. Berri got numbers back, they got the troops back, and they know where the ball's going. They know that Loxton North are going to look for Proud, so they're cutting off avenues to him.
That breeze has just stopped to nothing now too.
It has. The flagpole, the windsock nearly hanging down.
Ball now just on Loxton North's attacking 50, but we'll get a ball up. 12 minutes gone. Third quarter Riverland footy on 5RM for McDonald's Renmark. Make it McSmart with the new McSmart meal at Macca's.
So far, 2 goals, 1 goal at 2-2 this quarter. So Berri winning the quarter again with the breeze. After a bright start from the Panthers, who came out with a little bit more vigour than they finished the first half with.
So just seeing what's going to go on here. We're going to get a ball in. Hampel taps it to Worsfold. The soccer on the ground. Now it's back in the way of Petch.
Shots
around
off 2
one.
tackles, yeah.
Drills it into the attacking 50, but straight to Evan Panaluna from Berri. Gets a handball off and a kick away. And it's now up to centre wing. Berri are going to get the free. They waste no time.
Maroney tried to play on, but it wasn't his ball. It was Hawkins' ball. He drives it forward, but only as far as Sherpick coming back out of defence for Loxton North.
Good bit of play from Sherpick. Yeah. Left his man, ran onto it. Read the play well.
This is where they're coming unstuck, Loxton North. They're not moving the ball quickly enough out of their defence. When in the opposite, Berri just can't wait to get it going. They just kick on to space more than the player.
Play on at all cost. Yep. Pack of players all fight for the footy at the far wing, and we will have a ball up. It's the Berri Demons with the lead by 23. 13 and a half minutes played. Third quarter Riverland footy on 5RM. The ball up is on the way. Nobby Norton.
Gee whiz, Lockie, mentioned earlier, just before we came back to play in the second half, that it's almost 2 years since Berri have won a game. Do you think they're playing like a team that's finally got an opportunity?
Well, they've had a couple of opportunities this year. That's the thing. It's just not letting it slip.
But they wouldn't have led into the third quarter like this season, would they?
Oh, there was a couple.
Here we go. Ball comes out.
Maybe not this much, no. Ball into the...
To Shapley in front. You'd have to be thinking Zach Wooldridge. He's doing his best to try and lift the Panthers. Shoots the ball across and finds Jonah Wooldridge, who's 40 metres out. Distance a question mark here.
The wind's dropped to nothing, though.
Yeah, it is. Socks hanging straight down by the scoreboard.
Kicking to the river end. He's not going to waste too much time. He's going to get on with it.
Have to go to the right-hand post. We know it's moving a little bit right to left.
Gives it a roost, but he's got 25.
Has it gone through? No, it went for a point, so he gets another shot here from inside the goal square. On the goal line, actually.
If distance was a question before, it shouldn't be now.
No one on the mark. He just chips it through. A handy goal to the Panthers, who go on to 3 goals, 5-23, trailing Berri 6-4, 40. Back to the 17-point margin it was at 8. It was 18 points at halftime. Back to 17. They've pegged them back by a point.
So 2 goals apiece for each side in this quarter so far. To my calculations.
And you're right, the breeze has virtually disappeared. The sock hanging straight down. So if anything, Loxton North the beneficiary of the breeze going away.
See, I don't think there was much to come back on the radar today. We will check in with that a little bit later this afternoon, but I think we may have, don't want to tempt fate, but we may have had the worst of the conditions here at Berri so far.
This has got the makings of a good old-fashioned slugfest to the final siren.
I wouldn't mind it if the lights came on pretty soon, though, Nobby. It's starting to get a little bit dark out there.
Yeah, it is.
Flick them on. Doesn't go too far. They're not the LED ones here, though. They take a bit of time to warm up.
Oh, no. Trevor Scott might be listening in. He might have some connections.
They're the old ones, old school.
Here we go. Free kick to Matthew Hampel in that ruck contest. Shoots the handball straight out. Too predictable. Straight out to Scott Lewis, who was mobbed by Berri players. And Rory Moroney shoots the ball forward again. This time Sherpick bringing the ball with him. That'll be a ball up.
Still inside. Berri's attacking 50, albeit just, and we'll get a ball up. 16 minutes played. Third quarter Riverland footy on 5RM for McDonald's Renmark, and make it McSmart with the new McSmart meal at Macca's.
Yep. The interesting handball there by Hempel. Handball to Scott Lewis, who wasn't really expecting it, was standing still. This time coming out of the back lines, it looks like Angus Shapley shoots the ball forward. Cody Vuma, Zach Woodridge takes the mark, shoots the ball forward, looking for it. Through goes Kudra, couldn't quite pick it up, but back on it. Out to Jasper Hutchinson, looks up and finds Woodridge. Woodridge Jonah, who kicked the last goal, runs into the forward pocket all on his own.
Oh, gives it a bit of a check side from the pocket. That would have been goal of the day for Berri Better, but it's behind.
He looked up. It looked like he was going to centre that ball to Ryan Proud, who had found a bit of space, but backed himself in, but unfortunately only a behind. But good passage of play from the Panthers, who pushed the ball forward, Berri-like almost, into the forward lines.
Rosenzweig with the kick out. And now it's Holtham with the footy in the back pocket for Berri.
Now Berri under pressure to get the ball out of their back line, shoot it up to the wing.
Trail by 16, Loxton North. Umpire says my footy half forward for Loxton North.
I think they need, obviously in order to be a chance to win the game, they need to win the quarter. Through goes Lewis onto his left boot, looking and finding in front Zach Woodridge this time. See the old play, Lockie? When you're playing into the breeze, play in front.
Always play in front. Good call, Nobby.
And that windsock getting a little bit of breeze up again, but it shouldn't trouble Zach Woodridge. He's normally a very good kick for goal, and distance normally not a problem for him.
Just having a look here. So kicking from 45 out.
Distance not the problem.
Good
accuracy
looking kick.
The problem. Yeah, distance wasn't the issue.
Score.
It was an accuracy issue. And 3-7-25 trailing Berri 6-4-40. A 15-point margin to the Berri Demons. Deep in the third quarter.
Still no other contenders for the Berri Better goal of the day. I think Mitch Folds has got the clubhouse leader
absolutely.
on that. Oh, the intercept didn't quite happen. Berri now take the footy wide to the club room side.
A little bit of waxing the ball across half-back here. Through comes Hampel with a big spoil, but couldn't cloak it clear of his opponents. And Berri, the first one, back onto the footy. Shapley caught under the ball, tried to take the mark. Hawkins put to the ground, but the umpire says, I'll have it. He had no opportunity to get rid of it. Great tackle there by the Panthers. This time Cody Vermate, who's now marshalling his defence, getting him covered their Berri opponents. Out comes the ball, and Vermate in the perfect spot here to cut this attack off. And he does.
Vermate on half-back, centres the footy, looks for Zach Kelly. Good target, good set of hands today. Had to go back the other way. Handballs to Shapley. Shapley under a bit of pressure. Gets the kick away.
Lovely
finds
kick out.
Eckerman, still on half-back. His opponent ran into the back, and that was Regan Kruger, but umpire says, no, that's just a part of the game. So
this is the problem. They're not moving it quickly enough off half-back here.
Eckerman with the footy. Brings it clubroom side, a bit of a push in the back, and that'll be a free kick.
Are Berri losing their composure a little bit here under attack?
No, I don't think so. So Zach Woodridge drills it into the attacking 50, looking for Ryan Proud.
Off the pack.
Kudra. Now Coney's having a crack.
Gee,
They're all racing for the footy. Umpire says, my ball.
They're looking far more determined once that ball hits the deck in the forward lines, Loxton North. Didn't have that in the first quarter. Mind you, the game has opened a little bit in their forward line.
20 minutes gone. Third quarter, Riverland footy on 5RM. From the ball up, it's Berri that get the wayward wide clearance, we'll call it.
Brow shoots it out wide.
Damon.
Damon, was it?
Damon, the target.
Yeah.
And now Loxton North through Shapley. He's got the orange boots today. Drills it to the centre, the hot spot.
Nice mark in defence almost.
Berri bring it to ground.
That was
umpire
almost,
says my footy. Yeah, nearly good mark of the day.
That was nearly Petaluna there, wasn't it, going through with that?
Good defensive set of hands.
Oh,
Soccer off the deck.
Hit first time.
Kudra, can he pick it up cleanly? No, he can't. Has another crack. Has a wayward kick at goal, but intercepts.
By goalkeeper Josh Maher, who shoots it out wide and finds Regan Kruger deep in the back lines for Berri. Takes the mark in front of Zach Kelly. Tries to play on, runs around him. Takes a bounce after 3 steps. Shoots it across. Gets Folds on his wing. Becoming a bit of a problem for the Panthers, Folds.
Now Moroney, the target. Intercept from Michael Scott from Loxton North.
Beautiful.
Goes on the rebound quickly. Finds Jonah Wooldridge. Wastes no time. Up the line. Looks for Zach. Finds Zach Wooldridge.
See the difference when they move the ball quicker, Lockie?
21 and a half minutes gone. It's evident.
Yep.
Finds Kudra's got a bit of space. It drops short. Is wide. Centres the footy. Intercept from Berri. They've done this time in, time out today.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mongrel punt from young Kudra there. I would have thought he maybe should have even gone closer to goal into the goal square.
Labastia now. Now it's
Hawkins.
Now Damon. The Berri Demons are on the attack. Into their attacking 50.
What a mark.
Great mark from Maroney.
Yeah. Under pressure from Eckerman, but pulled it down just the same.
He'll be kicking from all of. He's going to have a set shot. 45-degree angle.
That's on the podium for mark of the day, Lockie. Don't you worry about that.
And maybe he does the combo goal of the day for Berri better. Oh, decides against that. Gets it on quickly. Looks for Josh Woolston.
Lovely kick. Woolston was the only one that could mark.
Good mark.
Yeah, he didn't really kick it to him. He kicked it in front of him, let him run onto it.
22 minutes, 20 seconds played.
Margin 16 points here at Berri Oval.
You wouldn't have thought there'd be too much time left. It's on the way.
That's a goal.
Looks okay off the boot. The Demons are in town. And they can smell it. They can sniff it. A win could be on today.
It could. That takes the margin back out to 20 points, is
22.
it? 22 points, after it being an 18-point margin at half-time. You'd have said them going with the breeze this quarter, if it's under 4 goals, you can probably handle it in the last quarter. But I'm not so sure now, Lockie. The team's scoring freely both ends of the ground now, unlike the first half.
So ball back to the centre we go. We're not going to have much time left in this third quarter.
So how long have we gone, mate?
Gone 23 minutes.
So you're thinking if come out in the last quarter, the margin's around about where it is, which is North will require 4 goals in 24 minutes, and they haven't been able to kick 4 in 3 quarters. Here we go, Wooldridge out. He's certainly turned it on. Both Wooldridges, actually, Zach and Josh.
Up to the half-forward flank. Here's Kudra. Goes back inboard. Now Justin Proud. What can he do? Gets a soccer away. Trying to keep the footy inboard. Zach Wooldridge was tackled over the boundary line. There's a bit of feeling out there. We've been waiting for this today. We haven't seen too much.
I think we'll see a bit in the last quarter, particularly if scores get a little bit closer.
Yeah, I seem to have a bit of a chat with Justin Proud. I'm not sure why they're picking on him, but anyway, they are. Yeah, Justin Proud through traffic.
Onto his left foot, shoots it up, but Berri player in the back play was his Penaluna, I think, sitting alone on his own. Yes, it was. The Berri skipper takes the mark, relieves pressure out towards Maroney, but Maroney 2-on-1 against Loxton North.
What can Petch inboard? Loxton North desperately need a goal on 3-quarter time. They trail by 22. Holding the ball it is. Berri with the free.
Coney tried to break free of the tackle but lost the ball during that motion. And if you lose it without handballing and kicking while you're trying to break a tackle, that is holding the ball.
So ball back to the centre. Wing. Petch on the rebound. Can Loxton North make something out of this? He was tackled without it. It was spilling out of his hands and incorrect disposal.
Back in the old days when I played Lockie, if you had made an attempt to dispose of it by kicking at it, that was play on.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, maybe he was deemed to have had prior opportunity.
Before the attempt, yeah.
Before the attempt.
It did look, it was in slow motion.
Yeah, it didn't look like the umpire was inserting himself in the game. It looked like he was just letting things go.
So, Berri now across half back. Trying to switch the footy. It's wild soccer away. And Justin Proud gets his hands on it again, drills it into the 50. Can they make something out of this? That was Hutchinson, I reckon, had that, but it was a free. It's going to be a ball up.
Yeah, fair enough. Good call. Good call. And here we go. Ball comes out. Justin Proud, Worsfold shoots a handball out. Another handball to Kudra. Looks up, goes deep into the goals. And I think he has just kicked the goal of the day.
For Berri better, if you don't mind.
He has. That was check side on his right foot and under the pump. And would you say a very much needed goal by the Loxton North Panthers?
I think the word would be timely, I think you would say.
So once again, that keeps them in the game as we go to Loxton North 4 goals, 6-30, trailing Berri 7-4 46, a 16-point margin after trailing by 18 points at half-time. Still a fair bit to rack up, though.
Have they got it in them after three-quarter time?
Well, the thing is, for periods of play, goals aren't being scored, and then all of a sudden you get some quick passages where the goal's scored very quickly, So you'd say it's always possible, Lockie.
Well, back to the centre it is. That centre circle, not quite a true centre today.
Yeah, and the difference being that Kudra playing across half-forward is creating a bit of a problem for Berri with his quickness with the ball. Eckerman off half-back for Loxton North, drives the ball forward. Proud, first one to it. Justin, ball takes a Shane Warne-like bounce. Jonah Woodridge had a great quarter, shoots the handball out. Another handball, this time from Proud to... Back to Proud, back to Jonah Woodridge, gets it on the boot, drives it forward for Loxton North, towards Petch, who should break the pack, but Kudra gets back onto his right foot, goes forward, 2-on-1, Berry's favour. And there it is, right on three-quarter time. Another behind to Loxton North takes their score to 4-7-31, trailing the Berry Demons 7-4-46 at three-quarter time.
We have got a game on here at RFL headquarters. Trevor Scott, we've got to take three-quarter time, and then we'll be back with a big fourth quarter.
And I still reckon that... You're getting some scores through now, and the latest score that I had from the Loxton-Barmera game was 9-3-51, Loxton-Barmera 2-9-21. That was at three-quarter time, and over at Renmark, I've got a score of 6-2 Renmark to Waikerie 5-2, so it's still game on there. Out at Wonka, it's a big game for Wonka at the moment, 16-13, 109 to Paringa's 1-2-8.
Wow.
And Sedan, yeah, I know, and Sedan Cambrai, 6-5-41 to Murrayville's 13-10. 88. So some big numbers there, but a good close game by the look of it for Renmark and Waikerie, guys.
Yeah, it is, Trev, and Lockie's out on ground. Lockie, what's it like out there? What are you hearing?
Yeah, I'm just seeing a very tight huddle from the Berry Demons. It was a bit of a situation where it was asking the players, for a four-quarter effort, because obviously they've been in positions that have been good this year and have come unstuck. So maybe today's the day. It was a bit of an interesting one. It was a bit of individuals' names getting called out, asking for commitment. It was a bit like a pledge, Nobby. It was, do you, Trevor Norton, sign the pledge to do the Scouts or something? It was similar to that.
I need you and you you.
Yeah, and there was a lot of, it was a bit old school, whereas Loxton North running with the more, you'd say, Gen Z style with the different huddles and
a bit more calmness. They've now gone into a regulation huddle now, but there was a lot of supporters around that Berri huddle, Nobby, and a lot of unsolicited coaching advice coming in from different corners.
Well, Lockie, you said it was a pledge for a 4-quarter effort. I'm saying it's a pledge for a 2-year effort, because this will be their first victory in almost 2 years.
Could be. If you're just joining us, it's the Demons with the lead, 7-4-46, Loxton North 4-7-31, game of the day on 5RM for the Riverland Motor Group and McDonald's Renmark. I tell you what, it might not look as if there's a lot of supporters here today, Nobby, but I think I know where they are. They're all inside the Berri Football Club rooms.
Yeah, lights on too, Lockie. Did you get that done while you're out there?
Well, they probably switched them on an hour ago because these are the old metal halide ones that take a bit to warm up.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people listening in at home to 5RM footy, and a big shout out to the Meneghetti family. They've all got their Loxton North Guernseys on cheering for the Panthers. Let's hope they can help them. Akasu straight through the middle to Petch. Petch shoots the ball forward for Loxton North, so they come out firing. Zach Wooldridge onto the footy, looks up, looks for Proud, but it looks for Kudra actually. Is it Kudra or no? This is Lachlan Stevens, I reckon, moved forward as a key forward. He is. And like you said, the breeze is all but gone here. Airsock hanging straight down.
I'm back.
Now, what do you reckon? Now, we're sitting right behind this kick, okay? So I'm thinking he has to perhaps start it at the right-hand post and just bring it back in. Bit of right to left.
It's a big moment. First goal of the 4th quarter possibly on its way.
Here we go. Boot off the ball. He leaves it left and it starts left and stays left for 1 point only. First score of the quarter, the Loxton North, they move on to 4-9-33, trailing Berri 7-4-46.
13-point ball game.
Yeah, the next goal to the Panthers will make this a very interesting game of football, I would think.
Seeing what's happening here, there's
Woolston bringing the ball out, but Akasu chips in, gets hold of the footy. Gee whiz, hadn't he had some sort of a game for the Panthers?
He's a contender for the Hoops Auto Young Charger too, Nobby. He's still eligible for that award.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's had a great game. He's been in it all day, and it's his kind of weather too, by the way.
Absolutely, that breeze now.
Woolston takes the ball out of the pack, handballs it to a teammate. Back to Penaluna, looks up, ball smothered by Proud. Justin shoots it in, goes in after it. Another ball up. A little bit of niggle there. Justin Proud seems to be copping a little bit of attention from his Berri teammates. Berri opponents.
Yeah.
Opponents.
Not sure what he's done to the Berri Footy Club to deserve it.
Worsfold
anyway.
shoots the ball out wide. In comes the ball looking for Wooldridge. Couldn't get a handle on it. Berri under pressure here in the forward line. Ma, he's up to it.
Hands it wide. The Demons now work this one out. A little bit of precision.
To Reed Fletcher, who can't get clear, back to Woolston. Shoots the ball in the middle. Handball out to Justin Proud. Shoots it over to Akasu. He's having a look at goals, but kicks it into the man on the mark. That'd be an unfamiliar thing for Masood having a shot at goal, wouldn't it?
Yeah, now it's still in play. Oh, kick on goal.
It's out on the full.
That was Stevens, I think, with that kick, maybe.
Gee, North getting a few
on the pack. I didn't quite pick it up.
North getting some opportunities here, but not making the most of them.
Yeah.
They have Berri hemmed into their defence here. Have to bring it out towards the grandstand side. And dropping in to take a mark is Patrick Minchella. He shoots it up the wing, looking for and finding Regan Kruger. These blokes have been hot all day, these young fellas. Shoots it across the middle to 2 Berri players coming up the middle of the ground. And this time it's Dion Brow, takes an unopposed mark in the middle.
He's been one of Berri's best today.
Shoots it out, back looking for Kruger, but in the way was Vumard. Couldn't quite pull it in, but manages to hold the ball up long enough for the umpire to come in and ball it up.
Just on 3 minutes gone. The 4th quarter Riverland footy on 5RM for McDonald's Renmark, and make it McSmart with the new McSmart meal at Macca's. Now it's Hampel out to Scott. Gives it a bit of a 9-iron kick.
Folds in the way at half forward for Berri. Looks up, tries to centre it. The big fella drifts across, couldn't get his hand on it. Back to Scott. Scott drives the ball out of defence for Loxton North. Looking for Wooldridge. He's out there 1-on-2. Puts in an effort. Gets back after him, but numbers too much for him, and Berri bring the ball forward.
Now up to half forward. Can the Berri Demons make something out of this? It's North that get a couple of good handballs out. Here's Scott. Went to go inboard, then decided against it. Went wide and took a bounce. Going up the far wing. Can he find a target? Oh, they flew up, and that's a good mark to Coney.
Coney wastes no time, gets a kick away, looking for someone at
Oh,
half forward.
Kudra, how did he get hold of that?
Kudra over the painted 50. Zach Wooldridge, can he mark it? He can. And that's a good couple of clunks at that, and he's taken the mark. He'll go back for a shot. 40 out, 35 out. He'd be kicking from 40. Just doing the quick maths in my head.
Have you got the protractor out?
Yeah, he'll be kicking from 40. He's taken the mark 35 out, so you've got to at least have a 40-metre kick to get over the man on the mark.
Look, a very important shot for goal for Loxton North, as they all will be for the rest of this game. This will narrow the margin to just over a goal if should he put it through the big white ones.
They trail by 13. It's on its way.
He likes it. He likes it.
7 points the margin. The Panthers aren't done yet.
Berri, 7-4-46, leading Loxton North 6-9-39 by 7 points.
On the Value Care scoreboard, where value meets care, and they value your care.
So, Lockie, I was nearly going to ask you at three-quarter time who's going to win, but it's too late to ask you now.
Well, judging by the Berri huddle, there was a lot of feeling there, and I have been in this position before. I've heard a Berri huddle at three-quarter time and thought that they were, the way, the voice and the presence, I thought you'd think they were winning a grand final that day.
Well, in a low-scoring game, it's a bit like cricket. Score on the board still counts. So while you're in front, until such time as the opposition manages to leapfrog over you, you are always holding all the cards. And you can play with a little less stress, for want of a better word. But North coming hard here in this last quarter.
What's going to happen here? So good tap.
Through
from
he goes
Handball.
again.
Akaso ran onto it. Kicks into their attacking 50. Looks for Zach Wooldridge and he's marked it. Good mark. He's about the same distance out, but on the other side this time.
Lockie, I'm not going to put the kiss of death on Zach Wooldridge, but hasn't he performed a more than 6-goal quarter here at this Oval?
Yeah, it was exactly the same situation in round 2.
Are we going to see it again?
Maybe he likes the fourth quarter at Berri for whatever reason.
Is it Groundhog Day?
Ball is about to be on its way. Gives it a good little roost.
He likes it.
Made the distance.
He likes it. Here we are, game on.
1 point in the margin.
If it wasn't already game on, it's game on. And the thing to watch with that was how quickly North moved the ball. And he could fall over and be dragged from the ground, but Masuda Kase is by and large the best player on the ground for either team at the moment, and has been, I think, pretty much for a four-quarter effort. And he generated the drive, that last goal.
Just hard at it.
Yeah, he is, sure is.
Fit too.
Yep, and the other thing is the big fella in ruck, Matt Hampel, he ain't getting any shorter.
No, this is his score today too. Maybe where that little bit of speed is just taken out of the game. This is where, as you say, the talls don't get any shorter.
So will he go to Akaso again, or will he look to change it up a little bit here?
Josh Woolston's his direct opponent.
Yeah. Now we've got Kudra also in the middle. I'm thinking Hampel goes towards Kudra this time.
You watch this with interest.
No,
Akaso went
this time
loose.
went for Worsfold. Akaso went wide and Worsfold went in. Hampel was pretty much dictating what's going on there in the middle.
Calling the shots.
Yep, absolutely.
What do you call that? Managing director.
He is, and he's. Here we go. This time Kudra breaks free.
Oh, wheels through traffic. Sells the candy, finds Petch. Petch for Loxton North into the attacking 50. Looks for Wooldridge. He was calling for being held, but it wasn't paid. Now it's...
He was being manhandled, but the umpire decided he wasn't going to insert himself. He'd just play it on. That was the easy call.
Now Ma for Berri down the wing.
The big fella.
Hampel. Over the line it goes. Berri calling for the free kick, but it was far from a controlled possession over the line. And
the thing is, if it hit him below the knee, it's a kick, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think it actually went over the line on the full.
To throw in?
Yeah, good call.
So
that is the good call,
yeah,
good call of the day.
Good call. The umpire decided not to insert herself in it, but to check, and that did come off above the knee, so it was not a kick, a disposal out of bounds.
No, absolutely. It's got to be a controlled kick.
Yeah, excellent. Great hit out from Hampel. This time to Worsfold. Gets up onto his left foot. Drives it into the forward lines towards Wooldridge. This time Berri cut it out. They know where it's going. Wooldridge every time. Here comes Wilson. Had a great game for Berri. Done a lot behind the ball and also kicked a goal.
Got Maroney screaming for it right in front of us, but looks for Folds. Justin Proud got the hand in there for the spoil.
Yeah. They're saying it was a bit late, but
I thought he might have blown the whistle a bit early, to be honest with you, because I didn't thought he caught it. Up the wing it comes to Moroney. Again, short pass to a Berri teammate. This time to Angus Damon. He's had a great day as well. Drives the ball forward. Sherpick up high over the pack, punches. Out the back was Minchella, couldn't get hold of the football. And so that'll be a ball up in the forward pocket for Berri at the river end.
So ball up it is. What have we got on the time clock? 9 minutes gone.
1 point the difference.
Quarter. It's Berri with the lead. Haven't won a game for a season and a fair bit of the next one.
Worsfold out to Kudra. Kudra this time no time for a bounce. Drives it forward. This time Coney inserts.
Not a mark. That hit the deck.
Yep.
Now it's Berri on the attack.
Woolston looking
traffic.
for... Oh, back in goes
Rosenzweig.
This time high. And it's not often the big fella doesn't get one of these little blokes high. It's hard for him not
just
to.
Just looking behind play here. Coney's not looking good. He's standing up, but he's coming to the bench.
Gets the ball on the wing, looks up, finds Justin Proud at half forward. No one behind, no one ahead of the ball for him, so he goes short to Scott Lewis, who'll hold it up until we get troops back there. Petch running for him, giving him a lead, and he goes to Petch, who takes the mark.
Oh, not paid. It did hit the deck.
Gee, the umpires, I reckon the umpire's tucked his whistle in his sock here and everything's play on.
That's what we like. More of it, Nobby.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. As long as they stay from inserting themselves in the game and everything's play on, I've got no problems with that.
Just looking at Coney going to the bench. Also, I failed to mention at three-quarter time, I saw Loxton North player Josh Nelson with the dressing gown on.
Yeah, I think
he hasn't been on for a while.
I think he had a leg injury in the second quarter where he sort of limped off the ground. I think he might be a driver or a calf, maybe one of those older men injuries, a calf.
Down on rotations, as they would say.
A Casu through he goes again. This time Rosenzweig tries to come out of the pack with the ball, gets it to Woolston, who looks wide.
It's going to drift over. Came off a Berri player's foot, but it was far from a controlled
kick.
It's
a free kick.
Wow. Righto.
And bringing the ball back into play will be Zach Kelly from Loxton North, who, as a young charge, has had a cracking day. Drives it long to the goal square.
They all flew up. Picasso couldn't get his hands on it, but Langford for Berri just bombs it the other side. Angus Shapley for Loxton North. Can he run onto it? He turns back inboard, or turns back to the boundary, gets a kick away. Now finds Jonah Wooldridge. That was Hutchinson.
Loose handball.
Jonah Wooldridge now, he's got the footy, gets a handball to Hutchinson. Hutchinson gets a kick away, but it goes straight to Henyardi from the Berri Demons.
You can see what's going on here. Loxton North with all the momentum. Berri with all their players inside the defensive 50.
That's a booming kick to the far wing. Now Moroney run onto it. Oh, the boundary line caught it. He would have been on then too.
Yeah, he was out. Look,
I want a grand final sprint just quietly. I haven't sent that email yet, but I reckon he'd be a good contender for that on a grand final day.
Coach Higgins off the bench there for Loxton North, marshalling the troops. Another throw in, not quite up to scratch. 1 point the difference here at the Berri Oval. Berri 7-4-46, leading Loxton North 6-9-45.
And this is 5-round football for McDonald's Renmark. Kudra tried to shark the footy off the deck. Gets a handball to Hutchinson. Hutchinson, a wobbly old kick away, but it weren't forward. Now over the painted 50. Now it's Stevens. He was tackled, holding the ball. He went to get a kick away. He was half a second too late.
That could be a hard moment of the game, Lockie. A defensive effort there by Penaluna brought him to ground.
Right to a third, just on 13 minutes gone.
Yeah, Loxton North not playing disciplined footy here either when they haven't got it. They're pushing everything forward to create and allowing Berri a couple of easy opportunities to get out of the defence. Out to Folds at half-back, looks up, looks short.
Lambastia
tries to bring it in one-handed, couldn't. Hawkins got the ball, cut out by Eckerman. Looks up for Loxton North, drives it forward to Acaso, brings the ball to ground, which is where he likes it. Ball out to pitch. Scott Lewis, the experienced head, looks up, shoots it over the top, looking for a teammate.
Yeah, the 33 of Frankel in there. Over the boundary line it goes. 15 around from North's goal.
Lockie, I'm going to post a scenario here. What chance a draw?
We haven't had one in a few years at 5RM football. If you haven't won a game for 2 years...
The draw is as good as the win.
Do you think it is, though, or is it worse?
I'm sure it is.
I think it's worse than losing.
I don't know if it is.
Oh.
A high tackle there on a Berri player. That's Acaso, unfortunately, catching his opponent high. Berri under all sorts of pressure here, just looking to use up the clock, I think.
Yeah, they're going to have a bit of that, though. 14 minutes gone.
Oh, lovely mark. That's a lovely mark by Holtham in front of his opponent, in front of Eckerman. They're under pressure, looks up, shoots the ball forward, but can only find Vumard, who takes yet another mark in defence.
Yep, there's Cody Vumard for Loxton North on half-back.
Looks
up the line, looked for Nitschke, but it fell short. Nitschke got the second effort. He was tackled by Holtham.
Out to Worsfold.
Now it's Kelly. Kelly for Loxton North.
Will go long. No, looks short. Wonderful kick.
Stevens is
Fine
the
Stevens
target.
had a bit to do in this last quarter. Oh, it's good. Kudra pulls in a one-handed mark right on the 50-metre line, going forward towards the 5RM, goes back and gives it a roost.
Looks for the top of the square.
Acaso almost.
Couldn't quite mark it. Now Acaso.
Oh, you're kidding me. You are kidding me.
The goal of the day for Berri.
You are kidding me, Lockie.
I tell you what, if he wasn't in their best already, he's now top of the tree. Masood Acaso picked it up off the deck.
I reckon he's in line for the trifecta. Best on ground, goal of the day.
Young charger.
Hard effort. He might have he might have the pick 4 here.
I'm about to have a sleep. I felt if I was about to fall asleep before, I'm not now.
So the scores here at the Berri Oval, deep into the game, deep into the last quarter. Loxton North 7-9-53, leading Berri 7-4, 46. No, that's not right.
Yes, 7-4, 46.
51 plays 46.
Yeah,
5-point game here.
5 points the margin here at league headquarters.
A really important clearance here for both sides.
16 minutes gone, fourth
Hample
quarter.
in, gets the hit out. Off the ground.
Good bit of room from Berri. Now it's Lambastia for Berri. Kicks
goes
into
short.
Attacking 50. Can Berri make something out of this? They've got the numbers. Inboard. That's a kick off the deck.
That's a goal.
Swag.
That's a goal.
The Demons hit the front.
That goal is to Angus Damon, his second for the game, and a very quick response from the D's.
Is that 1 or 11?
I reckon it was 11, Lockie.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was, because the one's down this end of the ground.
Good call. Well, if it wasn't Rosenzweig there, it was Angus David.
Yeah, and a little bit of difference. It's sort of like Brad Rosenzweig with a wig.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I like it.
Exciting.
The Brad Rosenzweig.
Yeah, what a quick answer.
Angus Damon.
What a quick answer.
What a goal.
Berri now 8-4-52, leading Loxton North 7-9-51, back to a 1-point lead to the Berri Demons.
This is 5RM football for McDonald's Renmark. Make it McSmart with the new McSmart meal at Macca's. 2 burgers, small fries and small soft drink, $6.95, T's and C's apply. Ball now coming back in. I think that's crossed the ferry and it's on its way back. Bearing in mind there's no ferry in Berri anymore.
Gee whiz, Lockie, what sort of time do you reckon's left? Obviously plenty of time for either side to win the game.
Just over 17 minutes played.
So you'd be thinking on previous quarters about 6 or 7 minutes left. Most of them are gone about 24 minutes.
I've missed a few goals on my little count here because of my enthusiasm for the game.
I've missed one, but...
So 8-4-52 plays 7-9-51.
We know that's the score's correct.
Yep, just seeing what umpire's doing here. All right, back to the centre it is. We are underway once more. Berri. Oh, it was Holtham that went to ground. Now Maroney run onto it. Paddles it forward.
Eckerman in hard over it. Wins the ball. Handball out. Scott's got it. Handball over to Vumard. Looks up. Goes wide to the clubroom side. Plenty of players out there for Loxton North. Well trapped there by Hutchinson, I reckon. Maybe Coney back on, Lockie, I think.
Coney. I'll get my binoculars out.
I think it was Coney back in the action.
Just having a look here, what's going on.
No, it was Hutchinson.
No, it's not yet. Coney's still on the bench.
Yeah. Ball comes out again to Hutchinson. Drives it forward. Berri with players behind the ball here. North will need to be careful in turning this footy over.
Just looking at the bench, Ryan Proud's got he's packed up for the day too.
I reckon he came off at 3/4 time.
And we just didn't see it.
Yeah, no, I saw him walk up the middle of the ground and I wondered what he was up to, but obviously he was injured. Moroney takes a mark, which what could be a match-winning mark at centre wing. Berri seemed to have settled a little bit here. Maybe North have run out of gas. They've come hard, hit the lead, but Berri enough to get it back. Now the ball in the Berri forward lines.
What are we going to see here? One last roll of the dice. Dangerous tackle.
Holding the
ball it is. You've heard it from a few supporters that don't think that's quite right, but I reckon that might be a good call. Good call.
Yeah, I reckon you might have got 3 games for that in the AFL.
The centre
Boomard
is.
again over the top. Looking to move the ball quickly, Loxton North. Need some magic here. Need some Zach Wooldridge magic, I think. Petch couldn't bring the mark in. Well tackled. Ball comes out. Quick kick to Wooldridge. Zach Wooldridge takes the ball at half-back. Fair way from goals. I'm back in a draw still, Lockie.
Well, just 1 point in the margin. It's the Demons with the advantage.
Nowhere to go up forward of the ball, so he goes to Akasu, but Justin Proud couldn't quite get a handle on the ball. Akasu smothers the ball, drives it forward for Loxton North.
Looking for
Scott Lewis. What a mark, nearly.
No, they all flew up, and then they dive on it.
That was Coney.
He's back on.
Back on, nearly took a hanger.
Just about to hit time on.
Yep.
20 minutes gone.
If you're North, do you want a point? Just so you don't lose?
Does that help you get in the final? That could help you get in the finals. Yeah, true.
It could.
Depending on some other results today, we could have a ladder that's flipped on its head, and there's Rosenzweig.
Yeah, he's been one of Berry's better players all day. First to the ball will be Shapley. Leads his opponents. Can't get a handle on it, though, and gets tackled, and that'll be a ball up. I think time could be their enemy.
Seeing the Demon supporters are flocking in.
Yep.
It's like the message has gone out. Get down here. There's a win on the cards.
Well, there's absolutely no one ahead of centre to the Berri attacking end. Only player there is Loxton North skipper Cody Boomard ahead of centre of any player. Ball being
back.
held in. Umpire says, I'll have it back.
Good call.
Yep. Hang on. A little bit of conjecture here from the players. Umpire about to throw the ball up again.
Tap in board.
Comes out of the pack.
As
Berri get the kick.
Minchella got a kick away, but it was
Worsfold
smothered.
in after it. Gets it on the boot. Smothered off the boot. Kudra can't get a handle on it for Loxton North. Going forward. Dragged to the ground without it, but the umpire said, I am not inserting myself here. You boys are going to have to win this game for yourself.
So a ball in. 45 around from North's goal. The lights are on. The sun's starting to peek through. We've had everything here today at
Runs
Berri.
on the board for Berri. 8-4-52, leading Loxton North 7-9-51 by one solitary point.
The value care scoreboard.
Yeah. Ball comes out of defence from Berri, kicked out of defence, and the mark almost taken by Woolston. Couldn't pull it in.
It was Shapley. He
Now
was
the
held
free
without
kick.
it. Free kick. This could be the last roll of the dice for Loxton.
He's got to
North.
go long to the goal square. Gives it everything he's got. Sends it forward.
22 minutes gone.
Berri just looking to tie this footy up and look for another ball up here. Now they all get out of the pack and run back to the goal square.
Are we going to see a grand final celebration like celebration?
I think so. 3 Berri defenders in the hole at full back. Extra defenders. North are going to have to take this from outside and try and get a shot at goal.
I reckon
Ball
this
up
is going to
again.
be locked up here for the next 2 minutes. I don't know what's left, but it wouldn't be much. 22 and a half minutes gone, fourth quarter.
Zach Kelly doing the right thing, creating some space out here for himself in case the ball should shoot out. Kick out of defence by Regan Kruger.
And now
Ball
it's
taken by Scott. Shoots the handball. Loxton North. Plenty of Loxton North
Shapley.
players here. Goes long again towards the goal square. Berri, a heap of Berri players there. The mark
that's
taken
a
by
great mark.
Penaluna.
That is the big moment.
Yeah.
The value care scoreboard, big moment.
Looks
That
up.
was it.
Penaluna takes that pack mark, looks up, drives it wide, and finds a Berri teammate out there, which is Dion Brower out at half-back. This is it. I'm thinking Berri get up here, Lockie, by a point. Time is going to be the enemy for the Panthers. Because they were coming hard, but Berri withstood the challenge. Up goes Sherpick looking for the ball. Ball comes out. Worsfold getting it. On centre wing, drives it forward again for Loxton North. And who should take the mark but Masuda Kaso.
All right. Kelly's calling for, he's screaming for the footy in the centre.
He has to go long to the goal square. Has to go long.
Gives it a roost. Oh, it's
Minchella, has he marked it? No, he hasn't. Berry boys dive on it, hold it in. Umpire says my ball.
Gee whiz.
24 minutes gone.
Masuda Kaso's done everything but win this game for Loxton North. What an effort. Ball out. Wilson gets the ball, takes it to ground. Umpire will throw it up again.
Here we go.
Just 1 point the difference here at the Berri Oval in favour of the home team. Looking for their first win, and they've got it.
There it is.
There's the final score. Berri 8 goals for 52, bringing up their first victory for almost 2 years. 2 days shy of 2 years against Loxton North, 7-9-51. You could probably say the Demons did not deserve to lose that one, Lockie. They led all day pretty much. North rested the lead off them for about a minute in the last quarter.
Scenes of jubilation is an understatement. All bar a mass supporters running onto the field. We've seen everything here at Berri today. A win for the Demons. North's finals chances now very much in doubt. We'll come back and wrap this up, but if you're a Berri Football Club supporter, you want to get down to Demonland tonight. Trevor Scott in the Sideline View studio.